Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 10905 Northeast Tillamook Street here in Portland. We're located at the front of the home, just off to the right of the front doorway. We have a 4-inch ABS cleanout that's hiding right here inside this bush. This will be our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. Right here at about 15 feet out, as the pipe level's out there, it looks like we do have a root intrusion coming down through the top of the pipe. When I pull back here, you can see the stuff dangling down there. We'll get that located and take a second look on the way back out. And here at 16 feet, the line transitions over to 6-inch concrete. Alrighty, here at about 34 feet out, we have reached the terminus for the line. I'm going to locate the camera head, make sure we're out in the street, and then we're going to let the line drain out here for a couple minutes before pulling back. Alrighty, I located the camera head successfully out in the middle of the street on Northeast Tillamook. Looks like the line is pretty much all the way drained out at this point. We'll start reeling back here. Okay, we're back here at the transition from ABS to concrete, and it looks like right here we've got some roots that are coming down. The camera has kind of a funky shot at it just because it's coming down here, but it definitely looks like we have about 4 or 5 big root strands coming down through the pipe there. Right here at the transition point. So I'm going to have to push beyond that a little ways to get an accurate locate, as that sits there right at a bend to throw the locate off. So anyway, I'm going to go mark here. I'll mark with a white X. I'll mention the depth and location. I do recommend a spot repair here to correct that before those roots block up the sewer line. Okay, I had to move the camera around a little bit to double check some depths. I've moved out here, which is just barely under the sidewalk here, about 17 feet. I'm getting some varying depths, kind of depending on how I'm situated locating. The depths are varying by about 1.5 to 2 feet. That's why I'm moving around here to try and double check the depths. It's a deep line. It dives off really hard before the root intrusion here. Anyway, when I located right about here is about 2-3 feet in front of the big tree here in the front yard. I'm getting the depth there around 9.5 feet. I was getting 9 feet 8 inches deep. But if I turned the other direction to locate, the depth was changing to around 11 feet. So I would recommend doing relocates. If not that, just be very careful as you dig, as picking up the depth here is kind of tricky for whatever reason. I think the angle on the pipe is part of it, but it's down there a ways. I'm going to go ahead and keep reeling back here. Right now, currently, the roots are not affecting the flow, but it's a good-sized root system and tree here that will, if given time, will likely start causing debris to hang up in the line. And this is that hard dive right here. It really tanks off here a ways. Anyway, that's my one recommendation for the line. Otherwise, the rest of the line's in good shape, both the concrete and the ABS. It's just that one joint there, right as the pipe levels out after it does the dive. I recommend a repair there. And again, I recommend relocating just to double check the depths, as I was getting some variation in the depth there, but it looks like it's around 9 or 10 feet deep there, and it is marked with a white X in the front yard. Recommend a rescope after the repair is done to ensure that it was done properly. This might be an ideal situation to do a pipeliner instead of traditionally trench, because it's entirely possible if you have to dig a 9-foot hole in front of this tree here, it could actually kill the root system and hurt the tree. So look into both repair processes. Apart from that, though, the rest of the line's in good shape and functioning at this time.